Guys, seriously, drink a lot of water. It's hot out there. And power outages already starting again tonight in California. But I got breaking news for you. Well, you know it's hot. And 7 days of a deadly heat wave has now come upon California, Nevada, New Mexico, parts of Texas, and across the South. But we've got breaking news. A C2 solar flare has just erupted on the sun. And I want to tell you all about it here in just a moment. But first, I want to let you guys know about www.nightsolarlight.com. That's www.nightsolarlight.com. This amazing, very inexpensive night solar light. And you notice it's got solar panels, so you don't need to use any batteries at all. No wiring needed. Just buy this very inexpensive light and put them up around your house, and they'll charge during the day when the sun's out, and they'll be ready with sensor. They have motion detectors built into it. If something goes by it, it will come on. Great, great, great. And it's 51% off and free shipping. 51% off and free shipping. Get www.nightsolarlight.com. That's www.nightsolarlight.com. With crime on the rise and rioting and people running up and down the streets and trying to break into homes, and with the murder rates off the charts, and with just violence in the world, you need to have some type of security system that kind of at least alerts you if somebody's creeping up around your house. So go to www.nightsolarlight.com. I love these. They work great. All right. Guys, let me just put a shout out right now for this situation that we're dealing with. And that is, there's been a C2 solar flare. A C2 solar flare has just erupted on the sun. Now, back on August the 8th, we had a C1 solar flare that exploded off the sun, and it did disrupt some of the shortwave radio waves. It did knock out a couple relay switches and some relay from off of satellites. It did some damage, didn't hurt any of the power grid, but it did do some damage as it relates, and did cause some problems within shortwave radio contacts and that kind of thing. So that was a C1. This one's a C2, very powerful. But the good news is not Earth facing, but we will still feel this pressure from this solar flare from the sun, because of a little bit of a glancing blow that we will get. Just making you aware of it, because it is very powerful, and some folks will not know what it means or what it will do to them. Guys, by the way, you have to understand, the UV rays right now is scorching people. People are literally getting burned, especially in this heat wave, is partly because our ozone layers are just not what they used to be. They're just not what they used to be. And matter of fact, I was just noticing the other day, there was some chemtrails here in Indiana, and I hadn't seen any all year. And I thought, what's this about? Well, I'm hearing it's because the intensity, the sun is starting to reheat. Heidi did some research, and she noticed that some of the chemtrails are used to help build an artificial ozone, in a will, an artificial shield to protect us from the strength of the sun's. It's intensifying, just like the Bible said it will do in the book of Revelation, that men will literally gnaw their tongues for pain because of the burning they'll get from the sun. Now, we've had Mike around the world talk about this on some of our Thursday nights. We've also talked to some meteorologists and climatologists that say because our ozone layers are very much affected. And the magnetosphere has been affected because of CERN. What have we learned from CERN? And so what's happening is there's more skin cancers, there's more brain tumors, there's more problem with, and look, I wear the shades, of course, ever since I had the stroke in December of last year, and the stroke actually damaged my optic nerve in my left eye, and I wondered why all of a sudden the sunlight literally would almost put me to my knees in pain in this eye. And also when I'm in my studio with the studio lights, causing great severe pain. And I gut it out a lot of times and try to keep regular glasses on, but it got to the point where I'm like, look, this something's not working. Well, when you start to understand what the intensity of the sun, now these are prescription glasses, so I can read while I got them on, but with the intensity of the sun, the UV rays, the radiation, our radiation levels are now 20% higher than they were 4 years ago. 20%! So you can see what's going on. The sun is activated. Now, the sun was supposed to be going through an 11-year solar minimum, but all of the indications are that's over. And they're saying, how in the world could it end in 3 years instead of 11? Well, I believe it's because of Planet X. I believe it's Nibiru, Planet X, planet number 9, that this incoming binary system, you call it what you want, the goblin, you can call it the dwarf star, wormwood effect, it don't matter. There's a binary system that's headed in our direction. It's going to stay on the outside, I believe, of our solar system. It's not going to hit the Earth or anything, but it's going to be close enough to our sun that the gravitational pull that Jupiter and our sun are going to experience. And with our sun, it is really messing it up. It's causing the sun to wake up from the solar minimum cycle and to move into an unexplainable, extraordinary activity that's going on in the sun. Guys, give a thumbs up right now. We really need that. Let's drive the I'm trying to say it. I'm having trouble. Let's try to get around the censorship and the shadow banning and things that they do by everybody hitting the thumbs up. It helps. It just helps. I can't say, my mind lost the word, but I know what I mean. Anyway, the solar flares are increasing. And you're going to see now more and more heat and CMEs, and this could mess up satellite communications. That could mess up the power grids, and we already know the power grid's in trouble in California the way it is because people are just the California can't keep up with the heat wave. So all of this is going on right now. I just want to say I love everybody. God bless all of you. Stay fired up. Stay focused. Give your life to Jesus Christ. Tell others about the Lord. Tell others that Jesus is coming soon and that you're going to see more and more apocalyptic signs, as the Bible says, are coming. Okay? And in the book of Revelation, it does talk about men will blaspheme God and it will scorch men. The sun will start to burn up the grass and trees, and there'll be all kinds of situations taking place, and people will be upset at the heat on the sun. But the sun is going to get hot, and it's God said it's going to get hot, and they don't want to hear about it. When the seals start breaking, though, they'll find out just how strong it's going to get in these end times. And so I've been studying on the scriptures about the sun. The Bible says there'll be signs in the sun, the moon, the stars, and distress of nations with perplexity. The sea and the waves will be roaring, and men's hearts will fail them for fear, for looking after those things coming upon the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken. All right. So we're going to see all kinds of seasons and changes in the atmosphere and weather, extreme weather conditions. Large hail, thunderbolts are now hitting, plasma lightning. We've been showing that. A lot of strange events going on, and people need to be right with God. I'll be back with more current world events and how they relate to biblical prophecy. But you really do need to give your life to Jesus Christ and get saved, get born again, get your name written in the Lamb's Book of Life. because we are running out of time.